The black court inside San Francisco's Chase Center isn't just a stage tonight, it's a battlefield where history, pride, and pressure all collide at once. And after 2 days of chaos, collapses, and shocking swings, the 2025 Laver Cup comes down to its final decisive day. With Team Europe staring at the edge of disaster and Carlos Alcaraz carrying not just a racket but the entire weight of a continent, his mission beginning in doubles alongside Casper Ruud against the towering American duo of Alex Mickelson and Riley Opelka, a clash that doesn't just decide points on a scoreboard, but could rewrite the balance of power in tennis. Because if Europe falls here, it's over. And if they rise, a miracle comeback remains alive, the air thick with electricity, as fans on both sides sense that this isn't just another match. This is a fight for identity, for redemption, and for the right to control the future of the Laver Cup. Team Europe enters the final day not with confidence, but with survival on their minds. The scoreboard reads 3-9, and the math is brutal. They need perfection, nothing less, to cling to the trophy they once dominated. And at the heart of that mission stands Carlos Alcaraz, fresh off his US Open triumph, yet already tested in ways he didn't expect. Because Saturday's crushing defeat to Taylor Fritz wasn't just a loss, it was a crack in his aura, a reminder that momentum can shift in an instant. And now, with Casper Ruud by his side, he faces a double showdown against Opelka and Mickelson, two Americans who thrive on raw power and fearless shot-making. The kind of opponents who can flip an entire tournament with a single swing, and Europe knows it, the captains know it, the fans know it. This isn't just about winning a match, this is about keeping the cup alive. Because if Alcaraz and Ruud fall here, the story ends and Team World rises as the new force in global tennis. Casper Ruud may not carry the superstar aura of Alcaraz, but his presence in this partnership is no accident. He has been Europe's steady hand in past Laver Cups, the quiet force who thrives in the background while delivering crucial points when the team needed him most. Yet this time, the spotlight is unavoidable. Because sharing the court with the world, number one transforms every rally into a statement. Their chemistry has never been tested under pressure like this, and now they must find it instantly. Against Opelka's booming serve and Mickelson's relentless aggression, it is finesse against firepower, control against chaos, and the crowd inside Chase Center knows exactly what is at stake. Every hold of serve from Ruud will feel like oxygen for Europe, every forehand from Alcaraz like a lifeline thrown to a drowning team. Together, they must blend Ruud's discipline with Alcaraz's creativity to create something bigger than either man alone, because without that harmony, Europe's last chance slips away. The Chase Center itself has become a cauldron, every point feeding the energy of thousands of fans split between hope and hunger. Team World supporters roar with the confidence of a dynasty in the making, sensing their heroes are just a step away from glory, while European fans cling to every rally with desperate belief, praying their brightest star can pull them back from the edge. And the atmosphere is unlike anything else in tennis. Not polite applause or scattered cheers, but thunderous waves of noise that shake the black court with every Opelka ace and erupt again when Alcaraz rips a forehand winner. Doubles in the Laver Cup has always been the wild card, decided in lightning-fast exchanges at the net and momentum shifts that feel like avalanches, and this match is no different. Each serve feels heavier, each return sharper, and with 3 points on the line, it isn't just a battle of rackets, it's a battle of nerve, belief, and survival itself. On the sidelines, the tension is just as fierce as on the court, because this is not only a clash of players, but a duel of philosophies. Yannick Noah commands Europe with raw emotion, demanding fire, resilience, and energy from every man in blue, while across from him, Andre Agassi exudes a cold, calculated calm, reminding Team World that the moment belongs to them and that history is within reach. And the contrast is striking. Noah pacing, clapping, urging his team to fight like their legacy depends on it. Agassi sitting steady, eyes locked on his players, every word measured to keep them grounded. Their personalities shape the tone of the benches. One side frantic, searching for belief, the other confident, carrying the swagger of underdogs who finally smell blood. And As much as rackets decide points, it is this psychological tug-of-war that fuels the momentum, because in the Laver Cup, belief is as powerful as a serve, and right now, Team World believes more than ever. The math is merciless. Every match on Sunday is worth 3 points, and that turns the opening doubles into far more than just a start. For Team World, a win means 12 points on the board, leaving them one single victory away from lifting the cup. But for Europe, the same match is nothing less than survival. Lose here and the contest is over. Win and the miracle comeback is alive. And all of that weight sits squarely on Alcaraz, who still carries the sting of his stunning defeat to Taylor Fritz, a 6-3, 6-2 collapse that ended his unbeaten streak since Wimbledon and left questions about his readiness under pressure. This doubles tie becomes more than a chance to keep Europe alive. It is a test of whether the world number one can bounce back, silence the doubts, and show that he is not just a champion when the sun is shining, but also a warrior in the storm. Because if he fails, Team World celebrates, and if he rises, Europe dares to dream again. Beyond the doubles lies a gauntlet of singles that could either fuel a miracle or confirm Europe's collapse. And at the heart of it all stands Jakub Mensik, just 19 years old, stepping into the biggest match of his career against the relentless Alex de Minaur, a fighter whose speed and stamina grind opponents into the ground. For Mensik, this isn't just a test of talent, it's a trial by fire under the crushing weight of knowing that his performance could decide whether Europe still breathes or flatlines. If he wins, momentum swings back and suddenly the scoreboard looks different, but if he falters, the mountain becomes Everest. And the narrative shifts toward Team World's coronation. And hovering in the background is Alcaraz again, slated for another possible singles battle later in the day. His shadow looming over every point played. Because while Mensik fights for his own breakthrough, the truth is, Europe's survival still depends on whether their number one can transform pressure into fuel and drag them back from the abyss. If Europe survives Mensik's trial, the spotlight swings back to Carlos Alcaraz for a potential duel with Francisco Cerundolo, and that matchup carries a different kind of danger, because Cerundolo has quietly become one of Team World's most reliable weapons, steady from the baseline, fearless under pressure, and more than capable of punishing even the smallest slaps. For Alcaraz, this is not just about winning points, it is about rewriting the story. After Fritz humiliated him on Saturday, it is about proving that when the moment is darkest, he can still rise. And the subtext is clear. If Europe reaches this stage with hope alive, every rally will feel like a Grand Slam final, every shot carrying the weight of a continent, and if Alcaraz can deliver, the cup could still be decided in a final. Winner-take-all clash between Alexander Zverev and Taylor Fritz, a showdown that would ignite the arena like nothing else. Zverev desperate to restore his reputation, Fritz chasing the role of ultimate hero, and all of it hinging on whether Alcaraz first redeems himself against Cerundolo. If it all comes down to a final clash between Zverev and Fritz, the theater inside Chase Center will be unmatched. Zverev, once hailed as Europe's anchor, now fighting to shake off inconsistency and silence the critics, while Fritz stands on the edge of becoming the face of Team World's new era after already toppling Alcaraz. And that single match could flip the Laver Cup from just another tournament into a generational turning point, because victory for Europe would etch a comeback story for the ages, a rally from the brink that restores their aura. But if Fritz seals it for Team World, the narrative changes forever. No longer underdogs chasing respect, but equals, maybe even conquerors. And the symbolism is massive. Europe built its dominance on the shoulders of Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic, legends who never let the cup slip away. But now that legacy is on trial, and Sunday in San Francisco feels less like an exhibition and more like the dawn of a new balance of power, where every forehand, every volley, and every roar from the crowd becomes a brushstroke in the rewriting of tennis history. As the final balls are struck and the black court of San Francisco falls silent, the 2025 Laver Cup will not be remembered only for who lifted the trophy, but for what it revealed. Europe, once untouchable, now staring into the abyss. Team World, once dismissed as challengers, now standing on the edge of supremacy. And at the center of it all, Carlos Alcaraz, carrying not just the pressure of a match, but the weight of an entire generation. For him, this weekend is a crucible, a test of leadership, resilience, and identity. Whether he rises as the savior of Europe or leaves haunted by defeat to Fritz and the collapse of his team, the impact will shape how he is remembered. For Ruud, for Mensik, for Zverev, the stakes are equally personal, each man fighting not just for points, but for pride and legacy. And for Team World, this is no longer about playing spoiler. This is about rewriting the script of tennis itself. Victory here means more than celebration. It means the dawn of a new order, a shift in balance that echoes far beyond San Francisco, because the Laver Cup has finally shed its skin as an exhibition and emerged as a battleground where history is forged. And whether it ends in miracle or coronation, the truth is undeniable. The 2025 edition has redefined the sport, reminding fans everywhere that tennis at its core is not just about strokes and scores, but about belief, identity, and the relentless pursuit of greatness.